Good morning, Dallas Cowboys fans. Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of the Dallas Cowboys Daily Blitz podcast. It's me, IndyCarTim, and it's early. So let's get into your daily dose of Cowboys news, Cowboys takes. Just enough chaos here this morning to wake you up. Maybe better than whatever kind of coffee you're drinking. By the way, I have a question for everybody about coffee. So I enjoy a lot of coffee. I'm up very early. And, you know, I've become accustomed to the taste. I do dress mine up. I do the sugar and the cream, all that stuff. But someone made me aware of this, I guess, mushroom coffee that's out there. It's like an alternate coffee. Does anybody know anything about that? I'm extremely curious, and I don't know why. It sounds disgusting. I'm gagging just a little bit in my throat. I don't know where else I would gag. Just like thinking about that. But if anybody's doing that or into that or knows about it, let me know. If it's good, does it taste like coffee? Do you have to cream and sugar it up? Do you drink it just like regular coffee? Is there other side effects of it? Like, is it like a drug, like mushroom drugs do? I sound like an idiot right now trying to talk about this. I'm very curious. And before I go off to the Google machine to find out more about it, I thought I would ask those people like myself who are up early every day who might have tried it. And I just thought wherever you are listening, if you're on the Fish Report YouTube channel, or if you're on FanStream Sports, if you're on our Facebook, our X, our Twitch, our Kick, whatever all the places are that we're on, I would love to hear from you to find out about mushroom coffee and if it's something you've delved into. And if so, is it good? Should I try it? Are there, what's the difference? Is there health benefit? I don't even know. It just seems weird to me. Part of me says, I don't know why we can't just leave coffee alone. I'm pretty sure coffee was fine for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. I don't know the history of coffee. But I don't know why we have to go and make different things for things. I don't know. Maybe it's progress. I don't know. I'm kind of feel like I've got get off my lawn syndrome right now. Good old days. Whatever. Anyway, we're here to talk Cowboys, boys and girls. Christian Parker is building his staff. We're going to talk about that, what the Cowboys can actually learn from championship weekend. And yes, we're going to poke a little bit of fun at the Philadelphia Eagles because it's always good to do that, right? I feel like it's always fun to get into that. And we're going to do a little bit of that, have some fun at their expense. Before we do that, as if we haven't had enough fun with coffee this morning, let's get into our daily dad joke. Daily dad joke comes to us this morning from Derek and Carrollton. Derek and Carrollton submitted this via email. If you'd like to submit yours, it is info@fanstreamsports.com. That's where you can submit yours. Make sure you leave me your name and where you're located, and we'll give you credit for it. If you'd like a free FanStream Sports t-shirt, leave me your address and your size, and we will get that to you thusly. For those of you that we've already done this and you haven't received your shirt yet, or maybe your hat yet, we're working on all of that. Like I said, I think I said before, we had some girls in the office that were out that do all of that stuff, like extended holiday stuff, and they're getting to all of that. All of that stuff will go out this week or next week if you haven't gotten it yet. So I apologize. You feel free to email me to check on it specifically. If you want me to check on something, I'll be happy to do that for you. Derek and Carrollton presents us with today's daily dad joke. Derek says, I used to be a baker, but I couldn't make enough dough. Look, I know these are all dad jokes, but it feels like some of them are more dad jokey than others. And that one was one of those that I feel like, I think the one yesterday I said that I giggled pretty good at, but I feel like that one was one that just it's the face palm, right? It's like, oh my God, that is the daddest joke. Sounds like one that my buddy Norm Hitzkus would have told us on the air back in the day. But anyway, let's get into some of this. First things first, the Cowboys have said no to Philadelphia. The Eagles came sniffing around the star. They wanted to interview Clayton Adams. And Dallas, of course, Dallas's OC, Clayton Adams, wanted to interview him for the same position. And Dallas shut that door very, very quickly. And I'll tell you this, whether that was symbolic or procedural, I think it matters. And number one, how much joy does it bring you as a Cowboys fan to know that the Eagles are having as hard of a time filling their OC position as the Browns are filling their head coach position? You got guys just withdrawing and saying no thanks. Nobody wants to work with Nick Sirianni. Nobody wants to work with Jalen Hurts. And to me, it's kind of fun to watch. I don't have a problem with that at all. But for once, I think it's nice to see the Cowboys not being the team trying to pilfer other coaches off of other staffs, right? For once, you've got other teams coming to your staff to try to hire a guy. And, of course, Dallas is like, nope, this guy stays. And, honestly, that alone to me kind of feels like progress. And, look, let's kind of be clear about this. Lateral moves usually get denied anyway. OC to OC, it's a lateral move. You don't have to give permission for those. If the Eagles really, really wanted to, they could offer him also the assistant head coach position, and then Dallas wouldn't necessarily – I think that's how that works, where if it's – because that would be then more considered a promotion. But again, I don't know that Clayton Adams has any interest in going there because a lot of guys don't. And that's just how the league works, but I think perception matters with this. It feels different when other teams are asking about your coaches rather than the other way around. And again, the cherry on top of all of this is that nobody seems to want that Eagles OC position. Names keep withdrawing. People are passing. I love to see that. I love Eagles chaos, and I think we're there. Jalen Hurts has certainly worn out his welcome there. Fans are done with him. If you guys ever have a chance and you just want to get a little kick, tune into Philadelphia radio, that WIP over there in the mornings, just to listen to them talk about how bad they have it with the Eagles right now. And it is great. I love it. All right, so let's talk about the most important thing happening in Dallas right now, and that is, of course, Christian Parker building his defensive staff. And this is where things start to get interesting. For the first time in a long time, at least to me, it feels like the Cowboys are doing something normal. And by that, I mean league normal. They've hired a young defensive coordinator. They're letting him interview assistants. They're letting him bring in his people. That hasn't always been the case around here, boys and girls. In the past, new coordinators would come in, and they're kind of handed leftovers. Guys that are still under contract, guys maybe that the organization is familiar with, coaches that were already here tied to the regime that had just gotten fired. But, and that's exactly how you get sort of staffs that just halfway buy into what's happening. And it sends mixed messages all over the place. This time, it's different. It feels different, and it is different. Christian Parker has been empowered to build a staff that matches his vision, and that matters maybe more than any singular hire by the team. If you want buy-in type people, you've got to let those people go choose their staff, their lieutenants, the guys that their job will depend on, right? That might mean that the Cowboys are going to have to eat some money on some coaches' contracts, but guess what? There's no salary cap on coaching. If you're serious about changing results, you've got to change your process, and the Cowboys, for now, it seems to me, are doing that. All right, so let's zoom out a little bit. Championship weekend gave us a pretty clear lesson, and Cowboys fans might not like it. That lesson is good teams don't wait. They don't protect egos. They don't drag things out for 5 years. They don't stay loyal to ideas that are not working. They identify the problems, and they fix them. You saw teams make quick coaching decisions. You saw teams surround quarterbacks with real support. You saw organizations willing to pivot instead of doubling down. And here's something else that stood out to me from championship weekend. Quarterbacks are a product of their environment. We're watching guys, in some cases, written off early in their careers, Sam Darnold, and suddenly thriving when a structure around him improves. We saw him succeed in Minnesota. Better coaching, better production, better weapons, better clarity, better scheme. Just all in all, better surroundings for guys. Development still matters, but environment matters just as much, which brings us back to Dallas. If you want more from your quarterback, if you want more from your defense, if you want more from your young players, the organization has got to do its part. Coaching, scheme, talent, accountability. All of it. All of it matters, and all of it will either contribute to the success of the individuals, the success of the team, or it will contribute to the failure of all of those things. And most recently for the Cowboys, it has contributed to the failure. So, again, it looks like the Cowboys are moving away from that a little bit. Let's just hope it's not too long for one Dak Prescott. So here's today's question for you boys and girls. In your opinion, and then I'll give you mine, are championship teams built or are they bought? Again, two schools of thought. You can build one from scratch through the draft. You can buy them through free agency. And I'll tell you my honest answer, I think it's both. I think they're built through the draft. They're bought through smart free agent moves. And then they're sustained through good decision making with those players. When contracts come up, I don't care if you're a free agent or if you were a free agent acquisition or if you were drafted. And the Cowboys have always paid more attention to their homegrown, to the guys that they've drafted, sometimes to the team's detriment. Could be going away from that now. So the Cowboys have some building blocks already. They've drafted some stars. But where have they fallen short? They have not supplemented those moves aggressively enough, I think. You can't draft your way out of every hole. You cannot bargain bin free agent signing your way into February football. This team plays deep into January because they have used every tool available. The teams that are still playing, that are going to the Super Bowl, they've done those things, and they've done it well. Dallas has got to start doing that too. So, here's where we land today. Christian Parker is being given real authority, and for me, that's encouraging. The Cowboys seem to be changing how they're doing things, and yes, even if it's long overdue, it still needs to be done, and that's encouraging. Championship weekend showed us that winning organizations don't hesitate. They make moves quickly, and it works when they're the right moves. That's encouraging for the Cowboys. So now the question becomes, will the Cowboys follow through? The rest of this offseason, I don't have an answer. Nobody has an answer for that, but we're about to find out. So that's it for today's Dallas Cowboys Daily Blitz. I certainly appreciate you guys tuning in. Good morning to you. Let me know about that coffee thing. Kind of interested in this, maybe more than I should be. Y'all let me know about this mushroom coffee if y'all deal with it. Let me know in the comments or find me at IndyCarTim across social media. Be happy to talk to you about it and get some information. I'm gathering information. That's all. We'll leave it at that. I really don't know how else to. If you're watching live, smash the like button. If you're listening later, make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Remember, be safe, stay warm. You never know what someone else is dealing with, so please be good to each other. I'm IndyCarTim. We'll do it again tomorrow morning right here on the Dallas Cowboys Daily Blitz podcast. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.